Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia, and today's video is sort of a surprise kind of video. I had totally planned on wrapping today with a couple of my new scarves from the Black Friday purchase. Then I made a discovery while cleaning yesterday, and plans completely changed when I got up this morning. A long time ago, back in 2006, went on a trip. I did my internship for culinary school in Ireland. And while I was in Ireland, the group of us went to Paris for a couple-day trip just for fun. For those of you who don't know, flying from one European country to another, super cheap. I was completely surprised at how inexpensive it was to take that trip to Paris. But when we were there, we had planned to go to the Louvre. But unfortunately, the Louvre is closed on Tuesdays, and that's the day we had allotted for going, and not knowing that they would be closed. Well, instead of going and visiting all the beautiful artwork, we went shopping. I made my first ever visit to a Sephora while I was in Paris, and I found this palette. This palette was the Marie Antoinette palette, and it has these amazing colors in it. I did not use this for today's look. I'm not trusting something from, all those many years ago to do my makeup, but I realized that it might be fun to try to dupe these. So I took a few minutes this morning to see if I had any colors that I could use in place of these that were the same, dupe them. This actually have a very similar color in ColourPop, the blush. And then I found two palettes that had every single one of these colors in them. Well, two palettes that I could use to put together all of these colors. So it was really exciting. So instead of peaches and stuff, I decided today would be fun to play with this color scheme. Now, I did try to recreate the look here because they give you two looks on the back. It was kind of fun. But I did try to recreate this look. It was hard for me to read the writing. And yes, I did snap a photo of it and enlarge it, but it's the weird color combination with this bluey green with yellow writing on it. It's odd for my eyes to see, and it's super tiny, and I am a wee bit old. So, but I did my best, and I'm pretty pleased with it. I will say if my eyeballs would stop running, it would be much better because I wouldn't be having to constantly dab at the corners of my eyeballs. But I decided, okay, I'm going to put together something really fun to coordinate, and I will get to wear my new robe, my new Shabbos robe. I'm so excited. The one mannequin me has been wearing for a while now. Now she's wearing the sweater. I didn't put any pants on her, but I did give her my sweater because it's weird. Okay, now I'm just gonna really quick show you the wrap that I did this morning with this Belle of the Ball scarf and the shimmery. Now I started with the shimmery off center. Now I am wearing my Wendy in white. If you couldn't tell, Wendy white. Off center slightly, the long side over on my left arm, short side right arm. And I make sure it's not super short because I want to be able to wrap around, bring, the scarf, bring through and form a bit of a half bow, a little frill. Now, I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to place him. You can see, I'll show you the back really quick. It's just a quick knot in the back here. But this one I am not going to knot. Not going to knot. Okay. Now I want a short side, a short tail over on this side and a long tail on this side. This takes a little bit of practice to get correct. So let's see. So if I don't want the long side to be too long because I don't want it to be awkward for the wrapping. Now for this, I'm going to take the short side. I'm going to go underneath. And I'm going to crisscross like so. Typically, when I crisscross, I would bring this one over the top. Today, I'm doing it the opposite. I'm just going to do it like this. Bring this underneath the blue, like so. Okay, and that'll make sense in a few minutes. Now, I keep trying to get this motif centered in front of my forehead. It shifts, and I'm okay with that. So I end up with it like this, and that's okay. All right. I'm going to take our friend here because I'm just going to get rid of him. I don't need him, and having him down here just bulks things up. So I'm just going to fold him. I'm going to lay him flat, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here with the blue, just to get it ready to bring up. I'm not going to be bringing it up yet. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to bring him up. I want to leave a space here where it's really flat. And then this can go up right approximately where the poof starts on the Wendy. I don't want it up front creating some type of bulk or lump on this side. I want it nice and smooth. I'm going to take this guy. This is where having 4, 6, or 8 arms might be helpful. Okay. Take this, bring it up and over, making sure I'm covering up that tail in the back. The pressure will keep that guy in place. Now I'm going to adjust and make sure that this isn't too far forward and that my scarf isn't getting caught on these sequins. Yes, I did lose a sequin. Darn it. Oh well. I'll just sew it back on. I'll find it and sew it back on. Okay, so there we go. All right, making sure all of these tassels are in. So I'm adjusting the blue to be at the very back. You see this sort of a V shape here. This looks like a seashell, but I want it to come right to the point of the V. Make sure it's the same all the way around, just like that. Now I'm going to open up our friend on this side, and there are a few different ways to do this. It's one of my favorite ways to wear this particular scarf. I'm just having it opened up. I'm gonna bring it up and fling it over and let it go. Now, in adjusting this, I'm trying to get it just to the very front of the blue. I just want to bring it around all the little fronts of the motifs just to the blue, to the front of the blue. All my words need to come out. Okay, so I have this nice long tail hanging. What I'm going to do is grab back 1, 2 motifs, not including the front. 2 motifs. I'm going to reach underneath, scrunch it up like so, and grasp it. Okay. Now this piece I can throw up in the air to get it out of the way. And I'm going to bring this around the front, like so. I'm going to bring it through. I'm going to give it a good pull, And then I'm going to fan out this piece. I'm trying to find, it may look weird, but I'm trying to find the edge of this so that I can then pull out like so. Kind of worked my thumb into the whole scarf, the whole loop that I'm trying to create the fan with, or the half bow. Can get it any way I want it, adjust it. This little blue piece is just going to hang, add some texture, drop this down. Now, I don't like the way this looks, so I added a pin just to cover up the one ugly spot. And there we go. I chose silver because obviously this is silver, and I didn't want to mix the silver and gold. I thought that would just be too busy, too much. And I'm still one of those that does not like to mix the silver and the gold. I will, but I don't it's not my go-to. But that's that. I'm going to try to spin around without knocking things on the floor. You can see the nice veil going here. Okay, so another way we could do this, and I did this with a white scarf and an olive shimmery. Okay, like this is instead of the veil, when we're bringing this over, just back, I just bring it all together. You have the tail. I'm going to bring this around the front. Just like so. And do it this way. This is kind of nice as well. It also keeps the scarf off of the neck a little bit more back here, not extra drapey running down your back. You get a little bit of a veily part here, but it's not as big. A little bit easier to tie, just like so. Okay, so this was the veil. This is the, sorry, my phone keeps dinging. This is the wrap that I was having fun with this morning. Just doing fun stuff. But I, of course, can't do my chores and everything that I want to do all glamorous like so. So, unfortunately, my tickle playtime is over, and I must change into something more practical. But it won't be any less beautiful. Okay, so sometimes these are a little bit fussy, and it got tangled. A piece of the threads got tangled, and it occasionally happens. Okay. All right. Now, word to the wise, these scarves are heavy, and they are a wee bit, no, not a wee bit, they are itchy. So that's something to consider if you're looking into purchasing an embroidered and sequined lace type scarf. They are a wee bit itchy and a wee bit heavy, but they make great special occasion wraps. All right, I'm going to fold this guy up, put him down there, and I'm going to take this guy off. Okay. All right. Now, scratch. Sorry. Okay, now I'm going to put on this scarf. this is a really beautiful scarf. And I think it will go with my makeup today, and it give me a bit of fun and color. Now, with that, I'm also going to be wearing a headband. So this has got the really awesome elastic on it. So it stretches really nicely. It doesn't have the two, just instead of trying to explain it to you, and I just pull out one with that. It doesn't have this harder to stretch elastic with the two pieces. So that's why I chose it. It's more comfortable for me to wear, and it's really super pretty. Okay, putting the pin away. I'm just going to do a lazy April and have at it. So I can always tuck the tail up when Micah wakes up and wants to play. Also, will not be wearing the robe while doing my chores. I don't want to ruin it, but Mr. Micah loves the tassels. It went by his face when I was tying them, and him's got too excited, and oh boy, was it hard to tie the belt. Okay, so no, I'm not doing that. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Okay, so I am folding over the front of the scarf, just like so. I'm going to put it on my head at an angle. Now, I want a little tail. I don't want it too long, but I don't want it too short so that when Micah wants to play with it, I can't tuck it away. I'm going to give it a quick tie in the back. All right, now I'm going to bring this through, and I'm going to put this on at an angle because that's how I love my headbands. I love them angled just like so. Okay, move around a little bit more because when I bring up my scarf, I want to cover at this angle. But I don't want to cover up too much of the headband, and I don't want to have too much of the weird. I don't want to show all the elastics. I don't want it very visible. Okay, so I fold it into thirds. I'm bringing this up at an angle, bringing it back around. Okay. And I'm finding the pocket back here and just tucking it in. I'm going to play with this to get it to sit the way I want it to. Also continue to play with the headband to get it to where I want it as well. Okay, so that should do it. Now if I want to put a few little pleats in there, since the scarf is nice and wide, I can play with that right now. Okay. Make sure the shaper is covered in the front. Okay. All right, that's better. And you can see it's just right there starts the elastic. So it's going all the way around, and back here starts the elastic. Keep fussing with this to get it just the way I want it. Okay. So, like I said, still rather elegant and beautiful. Now I'm again pulling up and tucking away when Micah realizes that it's there and wants to play. All right, so yay, all wrapped for today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. So tomorrow's video, I'm definitely going to be going over I'm going to be wrapping what I was supposed to be wrapping today, and I'm going to be wrapping with the ivory, it's ivory, the ivory harmony scarf that I got for Black Friday. I might toss in another scarf with it. I don't know, but definitely today's scarf was supposed to be the harmony scarf, but yay. So I hope you ladies have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.